You know, when it came to the finales, to the finale of Magic is Friendship, the first crossover, I thought it was good. I mean, they incorporated the Matrix, combined it with the magic of friendship, the magic of Equestria. Pretty cool. And of course, it left us on a cliffhanger, which brought us into the sequel, which is the magic of Cybertron. But with that said, the finale here, and this is a bit of spoilers, really was like, are you serious? Because for anybody that's a longtime Transformers fan, like me, we all know about exosuits, right? We all know that characters, human characters anyway, have to wear certain exosuits to basically get around it. Either it's because they're paralyzed, or maybe it's to help them out in certain, ways. It basically helped them out combative wise, as well as try to, escape from predicaments, as we see in the movie and such. But there's another kind of exosuit as well. Another kind of exosuit was created in the three-part finale, Rebirth. And these were basically the designs for the Headmasters and the Targetmasters on both sides of the spectrum. And most of the time, when a Targetmaster or a Headmaster transformed into whatever they were going to transform into, whether it was the head or the weapon, usually you had an indication that that person was piloting, or at least in a pilot-like setting inside the machine. And here's what really gets me about the finale here, because I don't know if Ian Flynn or whoever wrote the finale watched Rebirth per se, okay? Or they had any idea of what an exosuit was. But the finale was written by James Asmans. So like I said, I don't know if James had any idea of how they work, right? My assumption is he probably went with the exosuits, the Targetmaster, Headmaster direction of exosuits when it came to this. Because they had the main six and Spike basically don these exosuits and turn into different weapons. I am not joking. But here's what's interesting though. The way it was done, it makes it look like the whole body transformed and they're not even piloting it. Now I know you're going to say, well, in Rebirth they kind of did something similar with the Targetmasters. And I'm not denying that. But there is a part in Targetmasters where one of the Decepticon Targetmasters, what's the name? I can't think of it right now. Freakus. He basically wants to get back to Zurak, right? He wants to get back to Zurak. They got what they came for, which is the key, if you will. I don't know if it's the key to Vector Sigma or something like that, but it's the key. And he wants to get back to Zurak because they got what they need. Scourge doesn't want to go because he still wants to finish off the Autobots. What happens? Freakus, in his weapon form, flies out of Scourge's hand and then points right at him saying, no, we go now. So that gave you an indication that just like with the Headmasters, when they turn into the heads of the Autobots and Decepticons, they're piloting them. They're basically piloting them by using controls and all that, helping each other out. The same could be said for the Targetmasters, that when they turn into weapons, that basically, the Targetmasters are the ones doing most of the firing with a little bit of help from the Autobots and Decepticons. But here, you don't get that indication. You really don't. Here, you basically have them turn into these weapons, and they're using their abilities that they're known for. I mean, honestly, and again, like I said, I don't know if James, watched Rebirth or watched anything, but look at this. Look at this. Let's get to the finale here. Let's get to the finale if I can find it. Okay. Let's get to this. Okay. So look at here. So they create these exosuits, if you will. I don't know when they were creating them. I haven't read the whole thing yet, but they were creating these exosuits or whatever they're called. And look at this. So you see that Rarity's wearing something, right? But then we find out what she's wearing. She's wearing some kind of Targetmaster, Headmaster exosuit. And look what she turns into. A freaking shield. And then Applejack and Rainbow Dash. Look at that. And you're thinking to yourself, well, isn't that what they did in Rebirth? Yeah, in a sense it was. But here's the thing. Obviously it does give the hint that maybe they are piloting, although on the inside, but seriously, it's like, it's like, come on. Did you not watch anything? I mean, look what Twilight turns into. A freaking sword with her magic. And then Pinky turns into a freaking party cannon gun, whatever. What I'm trying to get at is, I understand you want to try something different. And that's cool and everything. It really is. But here's the deal. It's like when this originally took place in the old cartoons, or even in some of the newer ones, the characters would not provide magic unless, or would not have it based on let me correct myself. Yes, it is based on their abilities as the Targetmasters and all that, because they're good shooters. And the Headmasters because of, intelligence and all that, and they can help out. But again, this is more along the lines of, it seems that, he's going in that direction. He wrote that to be the direction they would go in. But still, it's like, how? How do you do that and everything? I mean, here's the thing. Yeah, you get an indication with that moment with Applejack and RC that maybe they're inside it, or they're inside the thing, but she becomes a mallet, Rainbow becomes like an axe thing, and we're supposed to believe that they're squashed inside there. Again, it looks like they turned into the actual weapons, flesh, bone, and whatever. Again, I understand it's to help move the story, and it's an interesting development because some fans would love to see that, be intrigued by that. But I gotta go know, what are your thoughts on it? Let me know down below in the comments, in the live chat during the premiere. What are your thoughts on this from Magic of Cybertron? And I am out.